Good morning, family. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy New Year. Good morning. Today is January the 8th. Today is Wednesday. It is a little after 7 a.m. in the morning. My kids are heading out the door. And this is just a little spontaneity to come on and talk with you guys on today. I know I have a lot of explaining to do to a degree to some of you um, that have truly reached out to me, wondering where I was, what's going on, am I okay, is my health well, so many things. Okay, let me start off because this is gonna be a little lengthy, but I'm going to go back, okay, and I'm just gonna give you guys a full synopsis of 2013 in Tina's life and the things that I was going through, and the different perils, the triumphs, and so many things that I had gone through and witnessed in 2013. Um, in the beginning of 2013, I had all these mega dreams that I really wanted to do so many things. I had my hand in so many different things. Needless to say, I got lost in the sauce. It was too overwhelming for me. And then I had did the show for OWN Network, and then I had did a pilot for another show that apparently, a lot of times you could do things and they don't really materialize, and certain things happen. And maybe it will be um, production has ceased, but it's not up to us. It's not up to us on dates and things of that nature. It's just not up to us. But and then there's some things that just never make it, and so that took up some time of my 2013. And also, I was on a serious weight loss journey in 2013, and my whole point was to get down to 200 pounds. I started off 2013 at about 231 or 232, somewhere around there. Today, I weigh 202 pounds. Um, when I say, and then people ask me, how did I lose the weight? And then people ask me, um, damn, your face is. I've been getting all kinds of stuff about my weight loss. And then some people actually think that I lost more than I did, in which I didn't. Um, but it seemed like my face began to just kind of evaporate, kind of sink in a little bit. You can really see my bone structure and such. Especially on a lot of pictures and things that I have taken. It's like, wow, and it's amazing that up under all those layers, you begin to see, your full features. And my background is Native American, Serrano Mission Indian, let me say that. I also live on the Indian reservation here. You guys know that, but I'm just sharing something extra with you that some of you guys just may not know. Um, and so as I begin to lose the weight and it begin to show more in my face, the bone structure and such, and so I can't call it. Right now I can wear a 15-16 in pant. Um, a 15-16. Some of them fit a little loose and some of them fit me perfectly. So I know I'm somewhere within that realm right there, that 15-16. I've never been a 15-16 before. In the sixth grade, I weighed 198 pounds, and that is what my ultimate goal was, to get back to that 198 pounds, and I still haven't. So at this point, I'm like, I still have a lot of loose skin, and I think that will take me over the threshold of getting me back to my sixth grade, 12-year-old um, weight of 198 pounds. So I have decided that I'm getting a few nips and tucks. I'm going in for like a maintenance or overhaul. I am 42 years old. Let me say that. I am 42 years old. And I had the gastric bypass back on April 14th, 1994. I got my surgery 2 months after I had married my husband. And during the engagement and such, I was like, okay, we need to get such and such insurance. I was getting all these things lined up before I had said I do. We were together 2 years prior to marriage, so we were already living together. So, and I had did my background on the surgery, and at that time, you didn't have to go through all of these different things that you have to go through. So, I began to, research the surgery. My mom had it in '77. Excuse me, my mom had the Foley pouch with Dr. Foley in Los Angeles, well-known bariatric physician. And so weight is just something that my family holds on to. Growing up as a kid, we had a restaurant. That's where my cooking skills and my fluidness when it comes down and around the kitchen. As a kid, we had a restaurant, and my mom owned 2 beauty salons. Pink Butterfly is the name. And so she was the owner operator in one, and then in the other one, she just simply ran. And and then later on, as the years went by, then we opened up a retail store, and it was a women's boutique, and we also sold clothes. And so my mom also was a seamstress, so that is another talent that I picked up from her. And so now that I'm coming to my own as a full grown woman, a lot of those things that I picked up along the way as a child are now coming to be more of Tina's lifestyle and the things that I am into today. And so that's a little bit of that background there. Um, and so as the year progressed, I began to go to the gym a lot. I'm still on my alkaline. I still go 80-20. Some days I don't complete my complete 80. Now I truly don't eat a lot. I never really was, I was never really a foodie in the first place. I was always a sweetie. And, but now, I eat merely to live. I don't live to eat anymore. Food is not something that I wake up in the morning and I'm contemplating what I'm going to have for dinner. It isn't that way for me anymore. I am concentrating on getting my kids' weight under control. My daughter has a weight problem. My daughter is in the 7th grade. Excuse me. My daughter's in the 9th grade. Excuse me. Isaiah is in the 7th grade, my baby. He doesn't have a weight issue, but my daughter does. And everything that I see in me at her age, I'm now seeing in my daughter. And so my only hope and prayer is that she uses it as a catalyst for bigger and better things in her life and don't focus so much on it, especially when you're a kid. I don't want her to feel like, oh, you're disgusting, you're this, you're that, you're this, no man is ever going to love you, you're not going to have no friends. I don't want her to be in that space. You understand? And see, for me, I was in that space because at those ages, at the age where my daughter is now, my daughter's 14, but I was suffering from child molestation and things, I was dealing with a lot of sexual issues, and that was another reason and another thing why I just gravitated to sweets and food, and I think I was really drowning my sorrows. Excuse me, damn it. I think that I was really drowning in that. And I know that I couldn't fight my predator because he was so stronger than me. And there were days when I thought that I could fight him. And I just couldn't. He would overtake me every time. And then when it wasn't a sexual thing between us, then he would fight me and beat me up all the time. And so it made me a fighter. So as I began to go, at school, I began to fight because I began to fight the people that I knew that I could win. I would pick my battles and I knew that, okay, with this motherfucker right here, I could win. And, excuse me. And so I battled that many a year in my life. And I've always been a fighter. I no longer want to fight anyone. I don't want to. Now I'm looking at my life as a full-grown woman. And I just don't want to be in any bullshit. I done been through enough in my life to whereas now that I'm over 40, you need to set examples for younger women and younger girls, and especially for my daughter, that there are certain things that you just don't partake in. There's certain things that you just don't do. Well, I have a cold, family, so excuse me. I'm kind of stuffed up, as well as a little choked up, but I'm getting it back. I'm trying to stick with it, I'm saying? I'm trying to pull it back. Okay, so earlier in 2013, I reached out to a couple of women here on YouTube that are respected by many, that I was really, really close to in the beginning when I first started on this platform. I begin to, I won't say alliances, but, I begin to, different people gravitated to me. And I reached out to a few people. And I assumed that there was a friendship being built, but all the while, I don't think that there was really a friendship on their part for me. It was more so me for them, and they were just merely trying to get their shit going. In which I understand it, and I understand that it's a dog-eat-dog world, and I also know that there's a crab in the bucket is real. That crab in the bucket shit is real. So, in 2013, I said, okay, I'm done with the backbiting, fighting, uppercutting, throwing, as y'all call it, shade, and reads, and all this other kinds of stuff. I was like, you know what? I'm so tired. I'm so tired of all the shenanigans, and I just want to do what I do on this platform, and that's it, okay? Now, I begin to pull away from YouTube because though I love it here, I truly love it here. But the camaraderie, the backbiting, the childishness, the mimicking, the lying, it's a lot of fraudulence go on. It's a lot of fraudulent motherfuckers on YouTube. Oh my God. And and one thing about me, I have you know how like some people can just read people real well, and I have a real good judge of character on people, and a lot of times I still try to look past that and still try to look at the good in you, and just look at the fact, okay, well maybe this person was raised a different way than me. Maybe this person is, maybe it could be their zodiac. Maybe it could be something that they're battling. It could be a number of things that make people react the way in which they do. And in college, as I told you guys before, I took interpersonal communication, so I can pretty much look at a person as they're talking to me, especially when I'm in your presence, and I can truly tell whether or not you're lying. There's a little bit of, you putting a little, lemon on 13, you know what I'm saying? I can kind of sense those types of things about people. And so, when I started looking at 2013, and I'm like, wow, motherfuckers are standing on the backs of others to try to get where they're trying to go. There's a lot of regurgitation going on, and I begin to see, I'm not saying, now don't misunderstand me, because I'm no pioneer. I didn't make this shit. I didn't, none of that. But videos that I know that I brought forth on this platform that I did not witness in our circle. I'm not talking about outside of our circle, okay? And see, in this game, there's little bubbles, like little cliques, okay? And the people that are below like 50,000 subscribers, they're all like, you know, battling, you know what I'm saying, to step on the backs of each other and to argue and to fuss and to fight to try to get to this magnificent number of 100,000 subscribers, 75,000 subscribers, 2 million subscribers, you know, and it's like as the months and the days begin to go, and I'm like, you know what, hold up. This is not what I'm trying to do. I get AdSense checks just like everyone else. But I chose to back up, you know, because for me, it's not worth me having rather tumultuous relationships over $1,000, $2,000 or $3,000 check. For me, it's not worth it for me. Because allow my lifestyle and what I have and what I own and my experience to speak for itself. $2,000 or $3,000 a month for Tina. If it's going to be fair and people are going to be friendly and people are going to be respectful of others and people are going to show homage for the people that help them and people are going to be kind and all those and sharing and caring and giving, then I would say that it's okay. But for dirty money, when you have to come on here and just about be a buffoon or a circus clown and be on here, you know, being fraudulent and backbiting and remixing other people's shit for $2,000 or $3,000, come on now, it's not that serious to me. It's not that serious. And when you start making, when you get to a point, now let me say this for the newbies on YouTube. Let me just speak on AdSense. I don't talk on AdSense or anything like that, but let me just speak on that for a second. When you begin to get over, say, 5 million views on your videos, that is when you begin to see $2,000 checks. I mean, it's just the way it is, okay? It doesn't go by your subscribers. Let me be crystal clear. You can have 250,000 subscribers, but if you have 250,000 subscribers, but yet your videos are saying 1,300, then therefore it makes people tend to think, okay, these people subscribe to you, but they're not really checking for you, boo-boo. They probably subscribe to you, but guess what? They're not really kind of feeling some of the things that you're doing, or they probably subscribe to you, but they're not really watching your shit. Or did you pay for some of the subscribers that you obtained? There are different websites that you can do that. I came into this game fair. I came into this game honest. My very first video that I did on YouTube, I let it all out. I let it all out. I gave my, you know, overcast of my bio. I'm a mother of 3. I have a husband, man, and a friend. I went through this whole gamut. So there was no misunderstanding on what videos were there to follow. Okay? I believe in my hardest of hearts I've been consistent. I'm not a liar. It's not what Tina do. And I also know that I talk without breaks. There's times when I can say things that I should not say. There's times when Tina can be overwordy. That's part of my personality. And there's times when I can let shit out that should not be out. And now I've come to a point to whereas when it's something that I don't need to say, I just back up and just don't say anything. Because if you ask me something, I'm going to tell you the truth, period. You know, I feel like grown folks don't get in trouble. Kids get in trouble. As an adult, you stand firm in whatever your belief is, and you deal with the consequences of your actions. That is it. At this point in my life, I own my own home. Okay? I own my home. Okay? I'm a homeowner. Okay? And in actuality, I owe less than $150,000 on my home. Let me say that. I've been in the process of paying down the principal on my mortgage, so then therefore I can reap the benefits and the fruits of my labor. And let me say this, I'm not one to quote the Bible, but there is a verse that I stand firm with, and that is Luke 10, verse 7, and it is, a laborer is worthy of its hire. Now, a lot of you guys probably look at my life, and a lot of people are really trying to figure my shit out. It's like, well, how did she do what she do? And how does she have what she have? She has no job. This bitch drives a new Jaguar with no payment, brand new, and it's like she has no payment. How does she do it? I mean, she has so many things. She do so many things. She's traveled. She's this. She's versed. How does she do it? Well, let me also say this. I'm honest with everyone in my life. I'm honest in my house and in my world. And the last I checked, people don't gravitate to foolishness. People don't do beautiful things for people that aren't deserving. So let me just say that and leave that right there. Okay? I understand a lot of people have a problem with my lifestyle because I am actually married. I might not consummate my marriage, in which we do not, but I am married. Okay? Let's just face it. Some people right now are, turning and curling their noses and things up right now. But then there are some women that are also standing in their truth and saying, you know what, guess what? I'm married too. I never got a divorce. This nigga's in jail. And I done moved on with Calvin. Or, you know what? I'm married too, but my husband passed in 93. I never divorced him, so now I'm actually a widow. But theoretically, some would say, guess what? You're still married, you know what I mean? But me, I'm a liberal. And I don't look at people's situations like that and just chalk them up as, because you don't know, I wouldn't chalk them up as, okay, this bitch right here is this, or she's that, and she's this, she that, because you don't know my story, nor my background. I came on YouTube in 2010, which means I lived a whole bunch of life before I stepped on here. Okay, now yes, I do share a lot of my life, a lot of my world, a lot of my gifts and treasures and all these different things in my life, but that's only a fraction of Tina's life. So just because you don't see me working or you don't hear me say, okay, I'm going to work or I'm getting ready to do this, that doesn't mean I'm not a laborer. You understand me? That doesn't mean that. That just means that's something in that I'm not sharing with you. And Google Plus is not paying me. Those types of checks to whereas I'm going to come on here and say, everything from start to finish, just everything. I'm just going to share my whole life and my world with everything and everyone. I can't possibly do it. It's foolish. It's crazy. I still have a life to live here with my children. And I need to worry about also not only my safety and welfare, but also my children. I've had the craziest things happen. The craziest things happen, and here lately, not lately, here most recent, crazy things happen, and it kind of got me a little bit guarded and shielded as far as the company that I keep and people that meet me on the streets and hug and all that. I'm a little bit more guarded and skeptical than I once was. At first, it was like, oh, let me give you my number. Call me. Oh, shit, yeah. Meet me at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, bitch. We're going to sit up and we're going to parlay. We're going to kick it. And it's like, I cannot do that like I used to anymore. And I just ask that it be respected. I don't need to come in and give all the reasons why. I'm just asking that it be respected. That's all. I'm just a woman that's trying to live her life. I'm just a woman that's trying to do just as everybody else and maintain a home and take care of my children. I come in peace. I don't want no problems with nobody. I don't. So, in 2013, I reached out to these two ladies, with full, oh, I'm so, whatever it is, whatever part I played in it, I'm so sorry. Whatever, if, you can call me. I send personal messages on YouTube. I even called numbers. Some numbers were disconnected. Some numbers, there was a voicemail picked up, and I left lengthy voicemail messages. I made videos in the spring of 2013, and I was really trying to get sisters together. And it's like, why is there so much camaraderie? Why is there so much, backbiting, and motherfuckers is getting jealous and mad, and I mean, all these types of things. And